Well, good evening, YouTube. I'm in a different area today. I thought such a nice sunny evening that I would do my update out in the orchid house, and because the sun's so bright, this was sort of the best sort of area that I could do it for a reasonable backdrop, shall we say. So where are we? We're week 26, and I'll do the numbers first. So I am 73.5 kgs this morning, and that's a 0.5 loss on last week, which brings my total kg loss to 28.4, which is 62.6 pounds. So I'm getting there. I can remember on my other weight loss journeys, this last portion, this last sort of leg, if you like, of your weight loss journey, it seems to drag on and on and on. It is always quick to start with, and then it sort of peters out, and then it gets quite slow. Although I lost a significant amount last week, that was mostly body parts, I suspect. So so long as I'm going that way, I'm not too worried, and I'm surprised at that half a kg, to be honest with you, because I had a couple of meltdowns last week. Or not meltdowns, that's a bit extreme. I did have a couple of days where I felt that I wanted something chocolatey, and but I did manage to find a low carb sort of like coconut bar that which was covered in a very thin layer of chocolate, and that was only 4 carbs for the bar, but I ate half and my husband had half as well, so I only had the 2 carbs over my allowance, really. Although saying my allowance, I'm not actually measuring my carbs during the day. I'm doing what people describe as lazy keto, so I'm actually just sticking to the 2 meals, the breakfast and the late lunch, and I'm sort of taking a guess at it, really, and it's working. I'm losing weight. If I peter out or plateau, then I'll have to look at different strategies and think of different things to do in order to keep that weight loss going, because I've sort of, in my mind, I would really like to get down between 60 and 65 by winter. I don't think that's unachievable. I mean, what are we now? We're sort of midsummer now. So I've got a good 4.5 months. So, you're looking at 9 or 10 kgs in 4.5 months. I'm hoping that's achievable. I'm not going to have a meltdown if I don't make it. As long as I keep going downwards, that's good. What else is new? I've had a little bit of, as you know, I've had a hysterectomy, and recently I've been finding it getting a little bit sore. I thought everything was easy and simple and hunky-dory, and I was carrying on virtually as normal. I was back to normal housework duties last week. But today I did dig a hole in the garden. I dug an old dead tree out, and I put a new alive tree in, and I did find that quite painful. I got a massive telling off from my husband, because I am sort of quite independent. I do tend to just get on with it, rather than, oh, can you help me, and all that kind of thing. But today I am sort of realising that I do have limitations, and there was 2 other plants that I had to put in, and he caught me doing that and got another telling off, and he came out and he helped me with that, and he will help. It's not that he won't help, it's just that I'm not asking him. So, because of that independence, and I need to stop doing that. So apart from that, everything's alright. I'm sort of, the foods are getting a little bit boring. I'm having the yogurt, chia seeds, and a little bit of frozen fruit for breakfast, which is fine. Really enjoy that. It keeps me going right up until 2 o'clock, or 1:30, 2 o'clock, when I have my next meal. And then when I'm having my next meal, I have been having a lot of sort of like cold meat, cheese, a little bit of salads, and I've been having that a lot. But today I changed it up, and I had a piece of steak. My son came over for lunch, and I got some steaks, so we all had steaks. I did some potato things for my husband, and he had some tin tomatoes or whatever. He had something else with his, And then my son didn't want anything other than the steak and salad, so that's what me and him had. And I had a little bit of cheese on the plate just to keep up my fats, because I don't eat the fat on the meat. I can eat the fat on bacon, you know, especially if it's crispy, but I cannot eat the fat on pork or beef, because I just can't stomach it. I've never been able to eat it, even from a small child. My parents used to sort of, you know, go, oh, you know, because I couldn't eat the fat on the beef or the meat. I just can't. It's the texture in my mouth. It's just that chewiness that I really don't like, and I need to keep my fats up, so that's the reason I add the cheese. And then I'm having quite a few zero jellies, so that's the jelly that hasn't got any calories in it at all, or any carbs, got nothing in it, it's 0, 0, 0, 0. And they're great, they're really good. I'm making tons of those and eating them quite regularly when I feel that I want something. It's not that often, it's just occasionally. You know, you just want to put something in your mouth, basically. I really love the macadamia nuts. I've been having a few of those in the evening, but they are very expensive. They're $70 a kilo out here, which is an awful lot. So my husband looked up some other low-carb nuts, and almonds are very good. So he got some almonds today, but they have the skin on them. So he blanched them for me, and then he salted them and put them in a jar, so I've got salted almonds, and they're not that bad. You know, they're not as nice as macadamia nuts, but they're a fraction of the cost, so I'll just have a few almonds if I feel that I need them. I have been drinking my apple cider vinegar. I've been having a sort of a 2 tablespoons of an evening. Now, I've been having it in soda water, and I've had to flavour it with something because it's, you know, it's quite, you know. But last night I didn't have a soda water open, and I had a zero lemonade, which is 0, 0, 0, 0. A small amount of sodium in this lemonade, apparently. And I thought, oh, I'll just try it in there, and it was actually quite nice. It almost reminded me of cider. Now, I know it's apple cider vinegar, but it's the sort of gone off part of the cider making. But yeah, it was quite nice. So I thought, look, if I have a small glass of that with the apple cider vinegar in it, it ain't gonna hurt me. It's got no carbs in it. It's probably got some dodgy sweeteners in it, but you know, it is what it is. If that's what I go to do, to drink the apple cider vinegar, then so be it. My husband's back to work next week, so I've got to go it alone as of next week, and I promised him I won't try and dig massive holes in the garden for the time being. And, you know, just pottering around, doing bits and pieces, making videos, doing stuff like that is absolutely fine. All the housework in the house is absolutely fine. It's just, you know, that, you know, when you're putting your stomach into it, basically, when you're digging a hole, plus your back. And that's, you know, not good probably at my stage. I mean, it's just 3 weeks. It's only 3 weeks ago that 3 weeks tomorrow that I had the surgery. So, yeah, I've got to try and hold back a bit. What else? My back's fine. That's doing all good. Not having any back trouble at all. So that's brilliant. And and I went out on a with my friend Penny. We went out on just a window shopping day. It was great. My husband dropped me at her house because I can't drive yet. So my husband dropped me at our house, and we went from our house, and we went into the shopping mall, and we just did trying on. We just went in all these different shops and picked out some clothes, and we tried on lots of clothes in one of the shops, what I would call the larger ladies shop, where I would normally shop, and I would normally have the extra large or whatever. I was getting into the extra small, extra small, and so was my friend Penny. So we were chuffed a bit. So I'd say soon, not long now, neither one of us will have anything in that shop that'll fit us, which is fantastic. So even though it's quite a nice shop and I like the clothes in there, but anyway, we didn't buy anything in there. And then we went into Farmers, which is like a clothing department store, big department store. It's a bit like Debenhams in the UK. I don't know what it would, I suppose it's like Sears or what's the other store in America? Well, I can't remember now, but a store that sells perfumes, makeups, homeware, clothes, all sorts basically. and but a bit more upmarket than the sort of cheaper range department stores. Anyway, I went in there and we had another big try on in there, and it was great. But in there, we're talking about fashion clothes now. So fashion clothes, in my opinion, is cut quite small. I managed to get some 12s on, comfortable, fitted comfortable, and some 14s. So that was good. And my friend Penny is the same. So we're roughly the same build, same height, same weight. We're more or less the same. So yeah, so that's really good. It just give us both a boost to think that, you know, once upon a time I would have been shopping in the larger ladies section, and I pointed out to Penny and I said, look, normally we would be over there. In you know, 6 months ago we would have been shopping over there. And she said, yeah, it's great, you know, we're really over the moon with it. And she actually messaged me today to tell me that her underwear is now a 10-12, which is fantastic. Mine's a medium, but yeah, so that's really good. So yeah, so I think that's all really. Again, thank you for your support. I do enjoy your comments. I do answer them as much as I can. And I'll catch up with you next week, which will be week 27, and I'm hoping for a little bit more loss. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please like or dislike and subscribe. Bye for now.